Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today I want to go over the latest news for those of us playing Star Trek Online on PC. As always, chapters to each topic are listed down below. And first up is the PC patch notes for today, September 3rd, 2024. So we have some more ship fixes here. Resolved an issue on the Amani command carrier causing lighting on the hull to appear visually inaccurate. Resolved an issue causing flickering textures in certain areas of the Aurora class's hull. Resolved an issue preventing the cruiser family of ships from using the Type 7A hull material. So you're going to be able to use Type 7A on even more ships now, including the Archon Intel Assault Cruiser. They removed an extra lamp on the back of the Narendra and Narendra Beta's hull, which was causing there to be some extra lighting. They resolved an issue with the Narendra and Narendra Beta's hull decals being invisible when viewed from most angles. And they resolved an issue with the Sao Paulo variant of the Defiant, which caused the Type 5 windows to be offset from the ship's hull. So some really good fixes there. But that's not all. There were a few other changes that went live with the patch today. The first is that the Rapier class remaster is now live. So if you have any variant of the Saber class in game, you can now put this remastered skin on it completely for free. And we have some pictures of it here, courtesy of Pundus. And over in the CasualSAB Discord, Mac1701 has also posted this remaster with a couple different Vandy shields on it. So if you're wanting to check that out, I'll have a link to my Discord down below. Now, along with this, Pundus put the text on Twitter that was meant to be in the patch notes initially. The Rapier variant of the Escort family has now been totally remastered. Its model has been rebuilt to Star Trek Online's current visual standard. The Rapier has been updated to use the Narendra hull material, and all ships in the Escort family now have access to the Narendra and Odyssey hull material options. As with all remasters, this update is free for every Escort variant. Simply ready a ship in the Escort family and apply the Rapier template in the ship customization interface to see the changes. So some good fixes there, good changes, good remaster, and, again, this remaster is completely free. But there are more remasters coming that will also be completely free. Thomas has just teased a visual remaster for the Jupiter class, so if you're a fan of that ship, stay tuned because there is going to be a free remaster for that popping up sometime in the future. And the other thing from the patch here today is that the Sure Shot trait from the Hirogen Predator has been changed. They have heard the feedback about the trait having too low uptime, and they have now taken it from 1 second every 10 seconds up to 3 seconds every 15 seconds. And while this trait is now in a much stronger position, please keep in mind that it does still have an issue with it in that it will activate as soon as you go into red alert rather than when you fire your first shot. So if you're doing, say, an infected run, and you get put into red alert at 5 seconds left on the briefing phase, you now have just triggered this at 5 seconds, and it's going to be gone before you actually engage that first group of enemies. So that is still a pretty big issue with this trait, but aside from that, in longer duration content, it is pretty acceptable now if you're looking to boost just directed energy weapons. With 20% uptime, this is averaging out to 4% crit chance and 40 severity, which is pretty solid for a trait. But it is not good enough, in my opinion, to be top 7 for the majority of players, but it is a stronger competitor than it was before this patch. And again, I'd like to thank the devs for listening to the feedback and tuning this to make it a bit more competitive. And in the middle of me recording this video, Thomas dropped a really nice teaser for an upcoming free skin remaster for the Jupiter class. So we don't know when this is going to be dropping. It's not a new variant of the ship, it is just a visual remaster for the existing skin. But it looks like this is something you can look forward to seeing in the game sometime later this year. And the reason that the PC patch today was so large is because it was bringing us the new code branch for the game, which is basically just laying the groundwork for the upcoming season. So they're just trying to get some of that pushed out ahead of time so that there's not as much of a download for us when the season actually drops sometime later this month. Again, my expectation is the new season will drop on PC on the 12th. But the thing I want to just point out here is that with this new season, there's going to be a variety of sales popping up. If you look at the last season, Unparalleled, they did a key and lobby sale alongside it. So as of me recording this video, I would recommend that you do not buy master keys or buy anything with your lobby until the new season drops so that you can take advantage of those sales. And the other part that we saw with Unparalleled was a Start Your Adventure sale, which is 25% off everything in the services, uniforms, personnel, and starter packs tabs of the C Store. So if you're interested in any master keys, any lobby stuff, or any of the items in the categories I just listed, I would recommend holding off on making those purchases until the new season drops. Again, my expectation is this season will be dropping September 12th. I could be wrong, but if you look at when the seasons have dropped the past couple of years on PC, September 12th seems like a safe guess. Next up, for those of us on PC, we have a Phoenix Prize Pack event starting up this Thursday, September 5th. That will be running up through September 12th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So with this Phoenix Prize Pack event, you're going to be able to claim a free Phoenix Prize Pack each day by talking to Grim on Drozana Station or Ona on Deep Space Nine. The DS9 vendor is right outside Quarks, should be very easy to find. And the other part of this event is that you're going to be able to convert your ultra rare, very rare, and rare tokens over to the experimental ship upgrades. And the conversion rates are the same as normal. 5 ultra rare tokens for a single T6X upgrade, 20 very rare tokens for a single upgrade, or 100 rare tokens for a single upgrade. So typically the way that I go about this is I'll stack up as many of the ultra rare tokens as I can, and I'll convert those over to the X upgrades. And then typically for my very rare and rare tokens, I'll save those just for the normal Phoenix upgrades. Now, one thing to keep in mind with these Phoenix obtained experimental starship upgrade tokens, otherwise known as T6X, these tokens from the Phoenix event are going to be bound to you. So if you're looking to get experimental upgrades to sell on the exchange, you would have to go through the C Store for those. But as I have discussed many times in the past, this Phoenix route is the best possible way for you to get these experimental ship upgrades, and the price compared to getting them in the C Store, it is just a ridiculous difference. For 20 bucks in the C Store, you can get a 3-pack of these things. For 20 bucks with Phoenix packs on average, you're looking at 12. The difference is the Phoenix ones again are bound to you. And if you've ever wondered how content creators or some of your fellow players out there have so many of these damn upgrades, it is typically because we open a ton of the Phoenix packs because you also are getting your Phoenix upgrades out of them, but you save the ultra rare tokens for when an event like this pops up, and then you convert them over to these upgrades. So I have 69 of them in the bank so far, plus another 20 ultra rare, which will be another 4 of the upgrades. But I am going to rip open another 20 bucks worth of Phoenix packs, and according to my spreadsheet here, that should net me on average 37 ultra rare, 85 very rare, and 128 rare. So on average, that should be 12 upgrades. Now let's see how close that actually is. So I'm going to go to the Dilithium exchange, sell Zen, and I'm going to sell 20 bucks worth. Go. And there is 250 Phoenix prize packs. Oh, let's rip them open. Now, the thing is, too, with that spreadsheet, I am factoring in, you potentially converting your very rare and rare tokens. So if you don't do those conversions, you would end up with just a smidge less of the X upgrades. But still, I think as you're about to see here, for my 20 bucks, I am getting a lot more for my money than if I was just buying these upgrades in the C Store. That is, if it decides to give me more ultra rares. I'm on a pretty bad streak here. Sometimes that's just how it is. Again, the average based on the drop rates out there should be 37 ultra rares, and it looks like I am going to be just a smidge short there. I did get an epic. Unfortunately, I don't have much use for that epic personally, but always good to get more of those. Okay, the ultra rares have caught back up with the average. Okay. So if I pull the averages back up here, you know, for 20 bucks on average, that'd be 37 ultra rares. I ended up with 38. 85 very rares. I ended up 81, so a little bit short there. And for the rares, I got 2 more than expected, but I did also happen to get lucky and get that epic prize token. So, you know, if I break this down, you know, what I just got here, you know, that's 7 of the upgrades from these ultra rares. And then I could go in and convert my very rare ones, get another 4 out of that. So there's 11 right there. And if I wanted to get a 12th, I could convert 100 of these rares over to one of the upgrades. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the ultra rares over, and for the very rares and the rares, those are just going to go to normal Phoenix upgrades, because I could use some more for just upgrading some gear. That done. And just like that, for my 20 bucks, I've gotten just under 300 Phoenix upgrades, an epic token, and enough ultra rares to get me 7 of the T6X upgrades. And just a quick clarification, while the Phoenix event is not active as of me recording this on the 3rd, you can always go out and pick up these tokens outside of the Phoenix events and just wait to use them in the Phoenix store until an event pops up. So I will occasionally open some Phoenix boxes, and I will just constantly set aside the ultra rare tokens, and then as soon as the next Phoenix event pops up, I will then go in, grab them from the bank, and I will open up the Phoenix store, and I would then go and convert them when the experimental ship upgrades are in that store. So you don't have to wait for Thursday to open your Phoenix packs. You can go ahead and open them right now and just have the tokens stockpiled to use when that event goes live. And the final news for today is that per the in-game journal window, there's apparently a Dil Weekend starting up on September 12th that will be running up through September 16th on PC. So if you're looking to use any Dil mine claims, then, you know, just set them aside and wait for that Dilithium event. And that's going to be it for today. As always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.